We're now going to consider some harder examples of fractional indices. Firstly, let's consider 8 to the power of 1/3. We should remember from last time that that is going to be the cube root of 8, which is just 2. Now, with that in mind, let's see if we can work out what 8 to the power of 1/3 all squared is going to be. Well, as an index, or as a power, we know that from the power of a power rule, we're going to multiply the powers, which will give us 8 to the power of 2/3. But from what we have here, we have 8 to the power of 1/3 squared. Squaring both sides will give us 2 squared, because 8 to the power of 1/3 is 2, which just gives us 4. So we can conclude that 8 to the power of 2/3 is equal to 4, which is the cube root of 8 squared. So 8 to the power of 2/3 is the cube root of 8 all squared. So we've taken the number at the bottom, or the denominator of the fraction in the power, that has become the root. We've done the cube root, and then we've done the cube root squared. So we've raised the cube root, the answer to the cube root, to the power of 2, which is the numerator of the fraction in the index. This leads us to the rule that a to the power of n over m is equal to the mth root of a to the power of n. Might seem a little bit unclear, so let's look at some examples. 4 to the power of 3 over 2 is going to be the second root of 4, which is the square root of 4, all to the power of 3. Okay, m is 2, n is 3. The square root of 4 is 2, and then 2 cubed is 8, so my answer would be 8. 16 to the power of 3/4 is going to be the fourth root of 16, all cubed. The fourth root of 16 is 2, and then 2 cubed is 8, so our answer would be 8 as well. In C, we have the cube root of 125, and all of that is going to be raised to the power of 2. The cube root of 125 is 5. We're raising that to the power of 2, which gives us an answer of 25. Here are some harder questions for us to consider. First, I have 36 to the minus 3 over 2. Remember, when I have a minus in the power, that means we have the reciprocal. We have to do 1 over. So I have 1 over 36 to the 3 over 2, which is going to be 1 over the square root of 36 all cubed, which gives me 1 over the square root of 36 is 6, so it's 1 over 6 cubed, which is 1 over 216. For B, we have 1 over 8 over 27, or 8/27ths, all to the power of 2/3, which means that we need to do 1 over the cube root of 8 over 27, all to the power of 2. We're just using the rules. So that gives us 1 over, now to do the cube root of a fraction, we just cube root the numerator and cube root the denominator. The cube root of 8 is 2, cube root 27 is 3, so we have 2/3 to the power of 2 on the bottom. And to square a fraction, we need to do the square of the numerator over the square of the denominator. So we have 1 over 4/9, and 1 over 4/9. I can multiply the top and the bottom of the fraction by 9 in order to make the bottom 4, which will give me an answer of 9 over 4, because the 9's in the bottom will cancel, which is just going to be 2 1/4. Here are some questions for you to try. please pause the video now and have a go, and when you're ready for the answers, press play. Here are the answers.